right, up here at FNA with Eric, as I promised in the last video, we were talking about all these custom bikes he has. I was showing you guys the two-stroke chopper, the Glam Fairy, the big long fork chopper, and of course the crazy ratted out BMW. I was talking with Eric and I thought one of the coolest things to do is to actually show these bikes run. One of the things I really like about FNA and about Eric's style is that he doesn't just build these bikes to sit on a pedestal as a showpiece somewhere. Believe it or not, and it's hard to believe when you look at them, these bikes get ridden all the time. So I said, hey, let's make a video and prove the fact that yes, you can actually move these motorcycles down the road. All right, we're gonna do all of them, but today is the Glam Fairy. I think the fan favorite in the comment section was definitely the two-stroke H2 chopper, but this one's my favorite, so we're doing this one today. At one point in time was a Sportster.
Yes, 65 Sportster.
So that's what, 1,000?
None of the frame is left. It's all new frame, and so just basically the motor is the only thing that Sportster is left.
And this is something that you designed. I showed this a little bit last time.
Yeah, the dual magneto setup.
So this dual magneto on this thing, you can't buy that. And not only can you not buy that, that is one-off. Like you designed and machined that. I mean, you made that.
Yeah.
That's, you know, that's crazy, right?
That's what people think. So.
That's wild. Especially looking at you, dirty bastard. Like, that's insane. You look at this whole setup right here that goes into this. I showed you guys the one on the other bikes too, but that's completely manufactured in-house. And again, you see, a lot of you guys were saying that you saw this bike on tour at the AIM Expo, which you remember it there, but when the AIM Expo was all clean, now this thing's got road grime and oil leaking and dirt all over it. Not because Eric doesn't take care of his shit, but because, believe it or not, looking at this thing, he fucking rides them. These bikes get ridden. That's why there's shit on the chain, that's why there's shit falling down the bike, that's why there's grime on the engine. I like that, you know. I'm not saying that as a bad thing. I think that's wonderful. Bikes are meant to be ridden. So tell me about these carburetors real quick.
So the carburetors are Volkswagen aftermarket carburetors, and it has, instead of, usually the Harley, the intake is both right here, but this has two front heads with the back head turned around. So then you have a clean intake here and a clean intake over there, and it puts the intake and exhaust on the other side.
Oh, that's right. Look at this freaking exhaust. You got to get the bike from this side too. That's wild. And you made that intake too.
Made the intake too, yeah.
That's wild, man. Yeah, I don't even think I filmed the bike from this side last time. And when you look at this side, you can really tell that this is a bike that gets ridden. So yeah, you look at this bike dead on. Jason, stand like behind it, so you can see how narrow this thing is.
I feel fat now.
I mean, that looks crazy. It doesn't look like it's like one of those illusions that when you go around the other side, it looks like something crazy. Like you look at it from here, you can barely tell it's a motorcycle until you move over here, and you're like, what in the fuck? I gotta get that shot one more time. That's crazy. Like going from up here, like from a dead angle, filling the frame. From here to here. It's crazy. It goes from filling the frame from top to bottom to completely filling the frame side to side when you walk around it. I can't even imagine the amount of hours that went into a motorcycle like this.
A lot.
Yeah. Is there any way you could even like speculate how many hours? Yeah.
I don't know.
Why even try?
I mean, the Kawasaki was around 1,000.
1,000 hours?
But I kept track of it, kinda.
Let's do that same shot from over here. Back angle, completely filling the frame. To the side, completely filling the frame. Fucking wild. Oh my God, seeing that thing actually move down the road is beyond cool. When you sit here from the back, you get an idea of exactly how skinny that motorcycle is. Eric's not a fat guy. I mean, he's tall, but he's not fat by any means. You look how wide he looks on that bike. Sorry, I'm not trying to insult you, just saying. Like, so one of the things I love about Eric's bikes is any bike he has at any point is ready to ride across the country. It might not be the most comfortable ride, but you could do it. Let's look at this thing take this corner. That is something else. You got to be some kind of dude to make that bike lean over. I wouldn't even want to try to ride it. I mean, I would try, but God, that is fucking cool. The forks are so tall, and you'll see it in the GoPro video that I have on his helmet, that he has to look around the side of the bike. And I love how ridiculous that is. That is absolutely uncalled for ridiculous. Like, there's no reason for that to exist. But there he goes. Seeing that thing go around a corner is out of control, man. Seeing you go around a corner is crazy. It doesn't look like it should be allowed. Like, you are spitting in the eye of physics right now. And so far, physics has not spat back. I see him taking off there with a foot clutch, which some of you guys might not be familiar with how a foot clutch works, but basically it's like having a clutch in a car. You operate it with your left foot, you shift with your hand. It's still got a sequential transmission, but it basically operates like a car. Again, there's no benefit to it. It just makes the whole bike like some sort of Jules Verne contraption, steampunk nightmare that you have to operate with all four limbs. That is cooler than cool, man. I love it. He's looking around. He has to look around the gas tank. One of the things I always say is choppers should suck. Choppers should suck to ride. They're hard to ride. They're dangerous, but you look damn cool doing it. And they should be ridiculous. They shouldn't make sense. That's the whole point. Nothing about the Glam Fairy makes sense. This is not a motorcycle that's supposed to make sense or be practical or be the pinnacle of technology. It's a motorcycle that's absolutely ridiculous and 100% owns every second of its existence. Wow, for all you naysayers, there's a bunch of people in the comments going like, there's no way you could ride that thing down the road. Here you go, man. I love it. It's just so fucking punk rock. And if you don't get it, if you don't understand, if you don't look at this thing, even if you wouldn't want it or wouldn't want to ride it, if you don't look at this thing and you don't understand why it's just a handcrafted metal middle finger to everything that people say motorcycles should be, then you ain't ever gonna get it. And even then, it's not just a middle finger to everything that motorcycles should be, but it's the Glam Fairy. It's painted sparkle pink and it's covered in unicorns. It's a giant middle finger to the whole bro, tough guy, chopper culture in general. That's why I love this bike so much. I mean, I like long fork choppers anyway, but The fact that this thing is painted pink and covered in unicorns when everybody else is making choppers that are, you know, flames and tough guy and my dick's bigger than everybody else. No, not this bike. Oh, it's just anti-everything. Anti-everything. I'll tell you, it takes some kind of skill to operate a bike that sketchy with a foot clutch. You wouldn't even call it a motorcycle. It's a contraption. That's what it should be classified as. This is a two-wheeled contraption. Some sort of fever-induced LSD Rube Goldberg nightmare that just flashes its tits to everything it sees, smokes meth, hail Satan. This bike is the complete opposite of what a motorcycle should be. Ladies and gentlemen, the Glam Fairy.